everyone, I'm Karla Valenzuela. I'm a CMB ambassador and a Redken artist. Today I'm going to show you how to create a twisted upstyle that's going to be perfect for this holiday season. The very first thing I'm going to do is section off a small triangular section on top of the head, and I'm going to set that aside. This area is going to be a twist, and this is going to be the focal point of this upstyle. So I'm going to section it out of the way, and my next step is going to be creating a ponytail. But before I create my ponytail, I like to set myself up by blow drying the hair into place so that I don't get any what I like to call tacos, which is those crazy bumps that stick up. I want this ponytail to be super slick and clean. So by spraying a little bit of foam spray and blow drying the ponytail to the area where I want it to sit, it's really going to set me up for a very clean ponytail. Now that I have the foam sprayed in, I'm going to blow dry the hair all the way down towards the nape because that's where I want the ponytail to sit. Notice that as I'm blow drying this, I'm using my paddle brush at a vertical, and I'm only using about the first 3 rows of this brush so that I can have more control as I am blow drying. And I'm always following my paddle brush with the nozzle of my dryer and doing a slow, steady motion so I can get this dried a little quicker. Now that her hair is all blown out, I'm going to add a little bit of styling paste to her hair. You can basically use anything that is going to be flexible and give you some shine. I'm just going to apply with my palms. Now I'm going to use my Sanvia finishing brush. This brush is really going to get me a very nice smooth polish. Again, I want this ponytail to be very smooth with no bumps. Doing that blow dry just really makes it easier to gather the hair without having to go over and over it again and again until it's perfectly smooth. So sometimes taking that little extra step makes the whole process easier, so you don't have to keep going back fixing all those bumps that I like to call tacos. We want tacos, but not this kind of tacos. So I'm gathering the ponytail by opening my fist and closing it as I bring the hair into my palm. Now I'm going to use a bungee hook. I'm going to insert the hook into the ponytail and secure by pressing my thumb against the head so that I can get some tension on the other end of this hook and wind it around the hair. And then once I feel that it's tight, I'm going to insert the other end of the hook. And now my ponytail is nice and secure and there are no bumps. For my next step, I'm going to create a twist in this ponytail. So again, I'm going to add more styling paste. Want this to look clean, and I'm going to use my paddle brush to work the product in. So I'm going to split this ponytail into 2 sections, and I'm going to create a twist by twisting one side outwards and then grabbing my other section and bringing it over to the opposite side. Now twisting that outwards, bring it over to the opposite side, and I'm going to keep continuing all the way down to create this twist. Now I'm just using black elastics, so here's the twist. Now what I'm going to do is gently wrap the twist around the head. You want to make sure you wrap it in a way that it's not going to undo itself. So notice how if I wrap it around counterclockwise, the twist is still staying in place. If I wrap it clockwise, the twist is kind of undoing itself. So make sure you pay attention to the way you are twisting your twist. I'm going to secure with an open pin. I'm just going to pull on the hair gently and put it in place as I see it take a shape that I like. So I'm just going to keep pinning and pulling on the bun until I like the shape. Next, I'm going to work on the front section that I left aside, and this is going to be the twist, and it's going to be a focal point here. So what I'm going to do is brush this back, and again I'm going to use a little bit of styling paste, work it through the hair. And so let me show you how big the section is. I'm going to apply a little bit more of styling paste and work it through the hair. My paddle brush to work the product in and also direct the hair back. So I want this section to have like almost like a side part, but still directing back. So it's almost like at a diagonal. As I'm brushing, I'm making sure that I am not digging these bristles really deep in to disturb the ponytail. So I'm protecting the ponytail with the palm of my other hand, and I'm just brushing the hair back. I'm going to twist my elastic several times and bring the ponytail through. There we go. Now with this ponytail, I'm going to create another twist the same way I created the first twist. So twisting outwards and then switching hands, twist outwards, switch hands, all the way down. Okay, that is pretty far down. So now I'm going to secure with an elastic. Now that I secured this first twist, what I'm going to do is wrap it around the bun. You want it to create a swirl, but before I do that, I'm going to release this hair elastic by cutting it. The elastic just really helps you stay in place where you want this twist to sit. Now I'm gently going to expand it just to make it a little bit fuller. Just be very gentle so that you don't cause a lot of frizz. And so now what I'm going to do is start to put it in place by adding a few open pins. And expanding as I work. I'm going to wrap this around and make sure I hide the tail into the interior of this bun. Now here's a little hot tip. Anytime I see flyaways, I like to use my Zambia 2-in-1 Marcel iron. It has a little detach button where you can push the button and detach the spoon, and now you have a wand. So I like to use the wand very gently to clean off any flyaways that are just sticking up. So I just very gently rub the iron, but making sure that I'm pressing the iron along the grain of the hair. So don't push towards the cuticle, against the cuticle. You want to push along with it just to really polish it. And you can finish off with hairspray. Now to give this a little bit more of a holiday look, I'm going to add some sparkle to it. So what I did here is I just added hair gel and loose glitter from the craft store, and I'm just going to apply the glitter very delicately. So I don't want to overdo it, but I'm just going to just kind of like draw out lines. So I want it to look very intentional and just like add some cute sparkle details and not anything like overly chunky. I still want this to look like a clean, classy bun, but with a little bit of holiday sparkle. So I'm just gently painting with the very tip of my brush. So I'm just going along the shape of the twist. You can always go back and add more, but you can't take glitter out if it's too much. So always just be a little bit more minimal and then just go back and add more if you feel like you need more sparkle. Make sure that as you're applying the sparkles, you're also going along the cuticle of the hair and not against, so that you don't create any frizz. Something about the holidays, I just feel like sparkle is always a good idea, but in general I feel like this bun would be perfect for like a bridal style. It looks very classy on its own without any sparkles or even any accessories because of how beautiful this twist lays. But just have fun with it. You could very much add some pearls to here or even like a cute little barrette right in this area. So it's really up to you what you want to do with it. But overall, it's a very simple way to do an elegant bun with a twist. And she's all done. Let's get a full 360 so you can see the full look and how sparkly she looks. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and felt inspired. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time.